The Birmingham Bowl. Vanderbilt and Georgia Tech. Currently, Georgia Tech favored by 2.5. And I would have loved to have bet on either one of these teams. Either one, if they had been playing anybody else in a bowl game. Instead, they're playing each other. Smart kid school versus smart kid school. Power rating-wise, I've got them really, really close. Number 48 for Georgia Tech. Number 51 for Vanderbilt. Strength of schedule, both of them have played top 15 strengths of schedule. Georgia Tech, number 33 in strength of record. Vandy, number 40. Who's going to travel? Who's got the most fans? Like, Nashville's, 2.5 hours from Birmingham? Atlanta is 2.5 hours from Birmingham. I mean, this is a pretty close spot for for fans of both of these teams. Vanderbilt, number 1 in special teams efficiency. They're number 26 in turnover margin. They don't turn the ball over hardly ever. They're better at generating turnovers as well. Penalties per game, it's pretty much a wash. Penalty yardage is pretty wild. That's a pretty sizable difference, like 14 yards per game difference. When I look at this, Georgia Tech, I've got them favored by 1.5. I've got Georgia Tech favored by 8 based on spread or stats from the last 4 weeks, and that includes a win against Miami and a 8 overtime game against Georgia for Georgia Tech. Vanderbilt, as a dog, typically has done pretty well this year. They didn't do as well against Tennessee at the end of the year. They were pretty banged up. At this point, you're going to have like a month between games. Vanderbilt, I think, is going to be fired up for this one. Georgia Tech, I assume, from everything I've heard, really would have liked a different bowl game. But who knows at that point. I will take Vanderbilt in this one. I think that the intangibles are bigger on the Vandy side. Don't know what's up with Haynes King. I'm sure he's going to play, but he's been banged up. He should be healthy as well. Both of these teams were pretty banged up at the end of the year. I'm going to take Vandy plus the 2.5. I know that Georgia Tech hung in there with Georgia, but Vandy, team that a lot of people seem to overlook for whatever reason, I'll go with the Commodores. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.